Just a odd bow. I think when you think of it like that, it's a bit easier to think about.
Yeah. Well,
And here looks like we're out on our way.
Sorry,
I was expecting that somewhat soon. Nope. We'll see what the item is. We can already know that Uncle doesn't have a sword because he'll have it in the intro cutscene. Ooh. I've already told. Well, I'm sure we can all see it on docuhorror's side, but I've let him know that looks like an emulator because his stream isn't slow. You can see that.
Yep, and Uncle gave the bow. We also have a piece of heart in the Uncle's tunnel, so.
And yeah, the bow is the first item here. So yeah, this is generally people's favorite start, mainly because it allows you to play a bold strategy. You can do Eastern first, which not everyone's gonna do.
Alright. We have a fighter sword in the first chest and escape, so we've got sword and early sow and early early sword and early bow.
Oh. And yeah, the early sword obviously, hey, and an early shield. Man, we're almost vanilla at this point.
Is this even randomized?
Very much so, yes. Okay, and we got Zelda. No item in Zelda's chest. And moving along, essentially, yeah, we're gonna see Bacon go through. We'll see if he farms up bombs with his bow or his sword. He'll probably use his sword. It's very hard to hit those rats with your bow, but the bow basically quickens up the bottom half, and the sword quickens the sewer half.
Yeah, I mean, having a permanent melee weapon will certainly allow him to farm without risk of running out of arrows. But hey, there's a bomb.
Yeah, well, there you go. And then we don't have to worry about that anymore. We can just play escape like normal. The moment you have a bomb, you can just basically play the seed as if we never started.
Seems like whatever problem docuhorror was having seems to be taken care of at this point.
Oh yeah, it looks more. Yeah, it looks good now. There we go.
Now the thing is with Randomizer, if you're not playing the key sanity mode, the dungeon items are in the dungeons that they are supposed to be in. With Higher Castle, that's just a small key in a map, and we needed to find that small key in one of the first 4 chests in order to get through the door in the sewers. We still haven't seen that map, so we're still on the lookout for that.
We're gonna see what's in the back here. A map, a hammer. Whoa, nice loaded escape. That is a nice little care package to go straight to Palace of Darkness once we've got that Dark World access.
Absolutely. Now watch Pod be a pendant.
I mean, even if it is, at this point, you just go to it. There's nothing wrong with doing an obvious pendant dungeon when it presents itself.
Yep. This will also, I mean, as soon as we got the bow, that put Eastern in logic once we find the lamp.
Oh yeah, I mean, lamp logic's an odd thing. Usually playing to lamp is a very poor decision, just because of how long it can take to find. It could be almost anywhere, and sometimes it could require double dip in like literally every dungeon that's a dark dungeon. So it's why generally after you learn things like Ice Palace, Bomb Jump, it's recommended that you at least learn like Eastern, all the rooms except for like Mire and Turtle Room.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of been the lesson for me in this tournament thus far, has been to practice those dark rooms, because that's not made a difference in all of my races, but certainly some of them. Lumberjack Cave. Yeah, we just got a piece of heart in the Lumberjack Cave. Sorry.
No, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, it makes a huge difference, and we've seen a lot of races in this tournament obviously fall to knowing dark rooms or not.
Yep, we got a map check on Bacon's side. We have non-green pendant at both Hera and Eastern, and we have a normal crystal at Desert Palace.
So that already makes the bow a little bit nah. But also, you know, everyone loves it. There's the pedestal. And with those 2 early pendants, that does open it up quite a bit. If, say, Pod is a pendant, then that's when I start actually thinking there's a pedestal seed. I'm not one of those guys who constantly think, oh, every seed's pedestal, but if you have 3 early opened dungeons, then you have to start thinking about that possibility.
Right. I mean, we certainly have to get to Hera first, and
right.
We definitely need the lamp for Eastern. But I mean, to your point, I mean, the one thing I was gonna say is the one thing about both of those dungeons is that if this is a pedestal seed, getting to the bosses in both of those dungeons is relatively quick compared to the other dungeons.
Exactly. Eastern a little bit less so. It's actually it's deceivingly a long dungeon. A death near the end of Eastern can be extremely devastating. Oh, and there's our gloves. Hello.
Wow.
So it's like Bacon's there to go down and buy his bombs. He was not worried about farming bombs. You could tell with his play. He used his 1 bomb. He was fine. He's going to buy bombs here. Very good start.
Yep. Now we're gonna see Chicken Shack.
And there's the chicken. Oh, he went through the room! Yeah, boy!
and Bacon is rewarded with bombs for that chicken clip. Well, he would have gotten it anyway.
Oh, chicken clip. That's my favorite meme. I always appreciate a good chicken clip. Like I said, it's what causes it's how what's it called? Gets all of their chickens. Castlevania. It's where Castlevania gets all their wall chickens.
Alright, well, we have a Moon Pearl in the well, plus a Bloomerang, so we already have Dark World access 10 minutes in. Now we're gonna see what's here in Blind's hut.
Yeah, are we gonna see the early Dark World? It looks like it. Oh, maybe not. Right, docuhorror went for the Dintchik Lumberjack. That's the route he took. It looks like. Or I'm completely mixed up because him being so far behind, they just throw me off from that early issues.
Yeah, I think I did see him do Lumberjack. Okay, so yeah, I mean, Dark World. You can.
He's already up here, like.
The only problem is we've had like a piece of heart here and there, but nothing to where they're off of their 3 hearts to start, and
right,
taking damage in the Dark World at 3 hearts green mail is not gonna be fun.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time, you sometimes just have to go for broke almost. If the seed's telling you to go, sometimes you just gotta go.
Alright, well, we got powder on the library ledge.
Interesting. We can actually hand that in. So, or sorry, I thought for some reason our powder. Not sure why. The Master Sword's great. We already know that we don't have to do Agonum, so this isn't some bad news omen for Agonum.
And Bacon may be taking your advice, Zelnus, and heading to
I like it.
Dark World.
There's so many chests that you can check right here, and it is not hard to check those first 4 chests of these. Might have to play it a little bit safe if a red Zazix kind of gives you an insta-dib, but just shit in those first 4. I wouldn't recommend going any further on 3 hearts unless you are extremely confident in your play.
But yeah, he's gonna head to the Dark World. I will certainly say he's a braver man than I am.
I think I would do the same thing, but I'm quite dumb, so I'm not sure. Not sure where we're eking out on this.
Okay, Turtle Rock is the green pendant.
Okay,
Pod,
so Pedestal's pretty much dead.
Pod and Skullwoods are your 5/6 crystals also.
Sorry, chat. That that effectively killed Pedestal. Turtle Rock does that. Nope, leaving the bomb behind. Whoops.
Alright, we got an empty bottle in the chest game.
Master Sword is... Yeah, it looks like docuhorror is not going to go that way, so... Not going to the Dark World.
No, I imagine he'll go South Shore Hyrule here next. Alright, so we got a piece of heart inside the dam. Bacon is going to head over to the digging game and see what item we have there.
It's going to be very interesting to see these divergent paths, which one pays out. A lot of people, like, around this time, about a month or two out from any particular logic, people start to formulate, like, so-called metas, or just, like, start reading on where the slight biases in the seed are. Because when it comes to randomizers, sometimes you really just got to eke out those like 1 or 2%, and it really is to follow the logic, which means in this to basically say, okay, what was the last time I got? Where does it send me? Okay, go there. You get the flippers, go check somewhere water. You find something in the water, you go check where that thing led you. You find something where that thing led you, you go to the next one. Even if it's something crazy like boots are in the first just a swamp, you mirror out, you flute to Mire because you just got the Titan's mitts. You do Mire, boom. There's your medallion for Total Rock, and you're in go mode, for example.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, me being a developer, like, I'm so against that, because I'm just like, random is random. Just because the one time you get the Ice Rod and Ice Palace doesn't mean the Ice Rod and the Ice Palace is going to show up again. Unfortunately, that's how I lost both of my races, so we won't get into that. All we really found in Mini Trolldorm Cave was the book, though, which, with Desert being a crystal, that'll at least get us access to, Desert. We also have a Mushroom and Hype Cave.
And the flute! Ah, that's pretty sweet.
I'll give it a solid meh there. I always love flute.
Flute is instantly good. That pays off his entire plan to go to Dark World, so. I'd be quite happy if I was him.
Mm-hmm. And certainly, I would see, with Pod being a crystal, I could certainly see a play on Pod here soon, but nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, to honor Hyrule, we ask that you join us now in the playing of the National Swag Deck Anthem.
And we got docuhorror doing a fake flip. He's gonna go check the Zora area. Very good follow through.
Did he find anything up at Hobo?
I do not think he went that way. He stopped. After checking the. He may. Not everyone knows how to fake flip out a Hobo, so Bacon though is like honestly that Dark World check is gonna save him a bunch of time. This flute is huge for him.
But yeah, we just found big 20s in the Waterfall of Wishing Cave. And docuhorror right now is going to show us what lesson Zora has for us today.
Docuhorror, now be careful not to get hit here, because it is considered instant death.
And we just got a love lesson today.
Okay. And then Bacon's gonna be able to flute to check the Ice Rod Cave if he so chooses.
Which will save him a little bit of time instead of having to walk over like docuhorror did. Speaking of, docuhorror is going to head over to Hype Cave, so I imagine he'll be getting that flute here shortly. But yeah, I certainly feel like right now with I feel like Thieves Town with 5 hearts, I still wouldn't really trust that. But I feel like with Pod, I feel like a play on Pod certainly seems possible, especially with having the early bow and hammer.
Pod is almost always a great play. So, like, especially this early when you have the items to enter it. It's just because it's so many locations tightly packed like that. And also the book is nice, opens up quite a few options.
Yeah, with early Master Sword, once you find the mirror, you can get to both tablets. Or big 20s on the pyramid ledge. Alright, and we're also gonna see Catfish here from docuhorror. This will be new as Bacon hasn't gone up there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Although docuhorror's got to be careful with only 1 heart. This is where 5 hearts from Green Hell in the Dark World can end your trip really fast.
You gotta be careful not to trigger that rock, because he will just come up there and smite you. Gotta be careful for these Dark World Dead rocks. They do shoot up, they do shoot over, so they can cause quite a bit of issue.
And he gets through it, no problem. And we got a fire rod from Catfish. Now, for all the emulator problems that docuhorror was having, if Bacon holds off going to Catfish for a while, that could be an advantage that docuhorror is now has in his favor, because Catfish is one of those places that most runners do not like to go to because of how far out of the way it is.
Right. Yeah, that fire rod could really set them apart. If it lots a bunch of places, or it doesn't, is going to be the determiner on how long it takes Bacon to get up there.
Yep, and we got the Cane of Brian in Sahasrala's closet. What is Bacon doing taking an old man's cane?
Oh, the blue cane not as useful as its red cane brother in some circumstances. Although the blue cane will make them a little bit more likely to try out these harder dungeons.
Certainly opens up Spike Cave once they get to Death Mountain, which both can access now because of the flute. And that actually is where docuhorror is heading. Got another big 20 to start here in Eastern. The docuhorror trying to make his way through the dark. Whatever item the old man has will be a sequence break until he gets the lamp. So the logic will intend for you to have to get this item until you get the lamp.
Still useful to do these kinds of dark rooms, get through them.
Certainly, indeed, as we were talking about earlier, in terms of, you know, dark rooms and the lamp being in so many different places. You know, it certainly is advantageous to learn how to do these rooms without the lamp.
Yeah, the sword can usually make it fine if you just kind of memorize where the pathways and such are.
And we got flippers in Eastern. I mean, Zonas, you were talking earlier about tendencies in version 29 now that we're a month in. I mean, that's one of the things that tendencies that I've been seeing is that at least one pendant dungeon will have some item up for progression.
I actually recently been finding the opposite. I've had so many seeds where you don't even have to touch a pendant. Unless it's one of these easier early pendants. But honestly, finding these seeds being fairly interesting and varied because of that. This truly does feel like a randomized version, which is very, very nice. It doesn't feel like the last version where it's dungeon, or in the past where it was check all of overworld, be in go mode before you touched one. So, I'm very happy with this recent version of the logic, personally. But I do know that everybody's... obviously, none of us have played enough of the randomizer to really know. We're all going to have our different biases.
We're going to get an early ped check from docuhorror. I want to get that pedestal hype here in chat.
Going in there to grab a fairy. I like it.
And just an arrow upgrade on the pedestal. There you go. Now that dark room's a little difficult because you need to find the one Igor with the key, and if he gets out of his standard location, that certainly can have trouble trying to find him again. But Bacon certainly got it taken care of. Now he's just trying to get through that pot to get to the door. There you go. With that fire rod from Catfish, docuhorror is going to make his way over to Skullwoods. Again, a braver man than I am, because I would not be going to Skullwoods on 5 hearts green mail.
Yeah, and enable this input display.
That would certainly be important. You kind of need to see what you're doing.
If 5-heart Skullwood's not the easiest thing in the world. He's giving it his all.
Bacon having a little bit of trouble with the Armos Knights. But gets it done and gets a blue mail for his troubles, as well as a blue pendant. That blue mail will certainly help in terms of trying to traverse the Dark World now.
Oh, nothing at Sit Kid.
So far, nothing much at Skull Woods, just dungeon items. So, at this point, at least one of the two items will be in the back with Mothula. Either on him or on the chest, or in the chest, sorry. So Bacon's already been through Village of Outcasts. They're coming back here, not having the Titan's mitts. I imagine this is probably going to be a play for Thieves Town.
It seems likely, and that is where he's going. Front half is very easy to check. Back half with this health should be fine. He's got the blue cane if he's worried about blind itself.
And you've got the hammer, so you can check the big chest if it does have an item, so certainly seems like a logical play.
docuhorror, though, is going to take Skull Woods on. Mothula at this health, not going to be super easy. But if he knows the fight, he can do it pretty well. It's a fight that takes practice and some amount of luck. The fighter sword fight's not easy at all.
Yep. Brody06 asking, I thought 1 in 3s would have been eliminated. So, in terms of their chances of getting to the bracket stage, yes, they're pretty much. There's like an outside chance if some of the 5 and 2s drop out, but basically, you need help from outside in terms of getting into the bracket stage. But we still allow the runners to race throughout the 7 rounds of the Swiss stage, which is obviously encouraged because, you know, you always want to get more practice. You know, you definitely want to get chances to, you know, be restreamed and whatnot. And it's just, you know, it's just for fun anyway. So good to have more fun.
Hey, opted not to fight Mothula, realized not feeling it. Not feeling this low HP, low equipment moth. Understandable.
That certainly makes sense. And looks like docuhorror may be heading for Eastern, which if he does decide to finish Eastern, getting that blue mail will certainly help him whenever he decides to go back for Mothula.
Okay, and docuhorror is going to be doing Eastern now. Neither runner opted to do Pendant Pod yet. She may just leave. Nope, he is going to continue on.
I think Pod's a 5/6 crystal, though.
That's true, yeah. Sorry, it was Pendant Eastern Palace. It looks like he is actually going to go watch over the pod. Would he fast enough? No? Okay, never mind. So he was at 50-50 there if he was walking into the pod entrance or not.
And just 50 bucks in the big chest in Thieves Town. Gatsu Yukio. This race is just for fun. There's no prizes involved. There's no real, like, we're not really playing for anything. We're just playing and racing for the fun of it.
And doing the blind fight here, not even pulling out his blue cane, which would make this significantly easier, but
yeah, but here's where the fun begins.
He's handling it just fine. Yeah, if you know exactly what you're doing, it's going to be the same fight every time.
Yep, and gets it done no problem. Gets a single green rupee, but the first crystal of the game 37 minutes in.
Not too bad, considering how low of HP and armor they are.
docuhorror getting those flippers. And we're going to see where Bacon heads next.
And we'll see what Bacon gets. Now these flippers, without the mirror, don't access too much.
No, they're certainly going to be necessary for both Swamp Palace and Ice Palace, but other than that, most of the checks that have already been done at this point, pretty much all the flippers help with. Bacon's going to turn in that mushroom. And just a big 20 for his troubles. Alright, so a couple questions in chat. Was anything good in Eastern Palace? If you consider the flippers good, yes. Was pedestal check? Yes. 10 arrow upgrade. So Bacon's gonna do the same check that docuhorror did here on Spectacle Rock. Not gonna find anything. We're gonna get an early spike cape check from Bacon, having the Hammer and the Cane of Brian. This is certainly in logic.
Yep. Cane of Brian by itself completely lets you check this cave without even anything else. And he's even got a blue potion for extending his magic. But yeah, you can check this cave perfectly fine with just the Cane of Brian. You'll always reach the end if you're moving properly. And the hook!
Ooh.
That's huge!
Wow!
It's actually, Matt, that is something else, actually. Wow. Very rarely does that cave pay off. So those are two very out-of-the-way overworld locations that have something.
That also opens up Swamp Palace. That opens up Death Mountain. You can get to Hera now. Like, yeah, that is a huge find right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, chat confirm. Chat reminding me, as I always forget, you need the mirror for Swamp.
Yep. But I mean, it does put you very close to Swamp. It's just one mirror away, and that's one of the largest areas for dungeons.
Alright, now we got 7 items here in Paradox Cave. Just got a whole bunch of explosives to start. Got a red mail, mo money, mo arrows, mo health, and mo bombs. So
yeah.
Red mail, that's about all we found in Paradox Cave.
I mean, that's a significant health boost compared to where they were.
Especially considering how few hearts they have. Bacon, not gonna worry about checking the floating island. Gonna go straight for, imagine Ether Tablet, and maybe go into Hera.
Hera seems like a very good play here.
But it is gonna be the Ether Tablet he checks.
He may be checking both. It doesn't really matter when you check these two different locations.
Yeah, makes sense. And just another piece of heart. Alright, early big key, so we may not have to worry about the coffee break just yet. We can at least now get to Troll Dorm, though. And just finding triple bombs, Bacon's gonna decide to not continue on.
Bacon has not really had the fire rod being a catfish is a pretty big deal, especially the more items he continues to find. It all depends on if fire rod locks something behind or not, because in this seed, fire rod is only for Skullwoods. Honestly, not finding the fire rod could be a good thing in the end. I mean, if there's nothing in desert, or sorry, in if the fire rod, if he finds the lamp, he'll be fine. If he doesn't, it could be a little bit troublesome later. There's the mirror. So that is Swamp Palace. That is a 100% go to Swamp Palace right away. Yeah, I would go straight to it. Oh man, that's the most obvious play to that dungeon in a while. Not taking that play, he's going to go to check desert. I would have waited for the Titans bits here, but yeah, that was a pretty hefty and interesting Death Mountain, with the hood shop being in the Spike Cave, with the mirror being in the Walk of Shame. Those are some interesting out of the way locations.
Yes. However, here's where not having the fire rod is going to start affecting Bacon, because he can check desert, but he doesn't have the fire source to get to Lamulus just yet.
I think he's basically going to see if this dungeon's locked or not. He doesn't have boots either, so there's not much he can do here.
Yeah, you're right on that. This is, well, getting the small key there, unless the big key is on the torch, at that point, you know, he'll be able to finish everything except Lamulus at this point.
Mm-hmm. May also find both items here.
Now, if this isn't the big key has to be on the torch.
Oh! That's huge.
And Tempered Sword is good to find, but yeah, that means that big key is going to be on the torch, which means we'll be boots locked.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's even walking back at this point.
Probably
he's checking Adina. Yeah, he's checking Adina by leaving the bottom entrance. It's not often used, but here we are.
And we got a red marine Naginus cave.
Well, not very useful, but hey.
So in terms of go mode, we're actually pretty close. We've got, we're gonna need boots to finish desert. We're gonna need cane for Ice Palace. We're gonna need at least a medallion for Mire. We're potentially about through. Well, we're gonna need Titan's mitts. But we're like, with that, we're about 4 items away from go mode already.
Yeah, and we're going straight into Swamp Palace here. Again, this is very obviously the play he should take. Not gonna find his fire rod here, but if he goes Swamp Palace to Pod, he may then do 5 sits, which may then lead him to do Catfish.
Possible. Now, Skullwoods is the other 5/6 crystal, so it'd be, you wouldn't be able to do Fat Fairy just yet.
Right, that's why I'm saying you could go to Pod after this.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then do that.
I see what you're saying. My bad.
And we'll see what's in the first chest here. It is just 50 rupees. It's one of 6 items down. The reason why this dungeon's so good is just the massive amount of items inside of it. There
is a little bit of a time sink if you need to check the left side of Swamp Palace, because there's just no easy way to get back other than to just walk back there, because mirroring back just takes you just as far back the other way.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, to your point, there are 5 more items here to find, and certainly the way the seed is set up, he can full clear it now.
We'll see where he decides to go. If he does, he's not. Yeah, he's already got the key. We'll see if he does the quick left side. You save a little bit of time by doing left side with that bonus key by basically avoiding a few entrances. docuhorror having a little bit of issue in Thieves Town. Is on 1 heart. If you made it to the boss though, then he's fine.
Alright, we found a bottle with a B-Torp in Swamp Palace. And we are going to see Bacon do left side. Which kind of makes sense with how many items, with at least 4 items away from go mode. You might as well at least, if you're going to be here, check all the items and not risk one side over the other.
Exactly. Now, if you you have to be very careful. You can't be wasting magic like this if you want to do. Because I don't think he's gonna have enough magic here. He's gonna possibly die. Oh no, nope. he's fine. Okay, very barely.
Just had enough.
Yeah, that was very spooky. Would not have done it that way.
And now you see why sometimes runners skip left side, because just 2 dungeon items on the left side.
But at the same time, there's going to be 2 items. But yeah, there's obviously the reason that it is possible for it to be completely dungeon items.
docuhorror are gonna head back to Mothula. Well, he never did a first attempt. Realized he didn't have enough help, but Blue Meal, 7 hearts, certainly more plausible at this point. For those asking in chat, the hookshot was at Spike Cave, the mirror was at Spiral Cave.
And the fire rod is at Catfish.
Now we've been to, for those that are just joining us, we've been to Desert. We know Desert is boots locked. We got half magic there in Swamp.
Okay, and we're gonna see Bacon finish up the dungeon shortly. This seems to be odd. It gave us quite a bit of options at the start. Neither runner has done the extremely obvious pod play, though. That worries me a little bit, but I believe we'll see it shortly after. It might be that these runners aren't comfortable with the dark rooms, which is very possible. With the varied skill levels in the tournament, you never know what people are able or comfortable to do.
Nope. docuhorror into the Mothiel fight as Bacon is making his way into the Argus fight. And docuhorror's got Mothiel down for just a map and his second crystal. And down goes Argus for Bacon for Titan's Mitts.
Ooh. Wow. So I pretty much, yeah, Swamp was definitely the right play to go right after. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. Titan's Mitts opens up quite a bit.
Opens up Dark Death Mountain. He can get to the Mire area, but does not have any medallions yet to open up Mire at all. Ice Palace is in play if he goes to Catfish to get the Fire Rod. And it looks like the Mire area is what he's choosing. Alright, Mire is Quake. Now we're gonna see what's on Checkerboard Cave. It's the Cape.
Okay, that's another interesting piece. We already know that the hood shot, obviously this doesn't lead to hood shot. We see Upper Cave by Braid is not working this late at night.
Now, one interesting thing we saw on docuhorror's side, docuhorror decided to do a hard reset when he saw that the mushroom did not leave to anything. Now, the reason why you would do that, for those that may not know in chat, there is a glitch that is the fake powder glitch, that if you have the Cane of Samaria in the mushroom, you can activate Magic Bat. If you drain your magic, try to use the Cane of Samaria, and then immediately in one frame switch to the mushroom, that'll activate Magic Bat, because it's only really the way the logic set the bat is programmed is only checking if you have that item in that 5th slot. So that would be the only reason why docuhorror would do that, is to hold on to the mushroom in case he needs to fake powder.
Yeah, and with this particular, hey, it's gonna open up. It's gonna find out what the pendant, what the medallion is here. So we already know it's Quake for Mire.
Bombos for Turtle Rock. Now, of course, the logic won't force you to fake powder, but if you're trying to save time, you know, doing a sequence break like a fake powder glitch would help.
There's another potion, it looked like.
Alright, there's ether.
Oh, there's a shovel. And wait, that's good news actually. No bombos. Found the other two. Means that we actually have a shot at completely avoiding it's just a completely avoiding Dark Death Mountain. Now what is docuhorror gonna do here? Really, there is just no. Yeah, he's just here to get the full heal and flip somewhere else. There, again, that hook shot's gonna take him a while. He's got so much else that he can do.
Yeah, he's gonna head to pod, which we haven't had a runner head there yet. Okay, so to the earlier point about sequence breaking, you know, with when we were talking about fake powder, the thing is that, like, hypothetically here, if Bacon had the Cane of Samaria and could fake powder, while he's here doing Jeremiah, Peg Cave, Lunchbox, it would, if he could do the fake powder, it would save him time so he didn't have to come back for that one specific thing.
Yeah.
And so that's where sometimes sequence breaking helps. But, you know, to the point that someone said in chat, the logic of where the game puts the randomized items, it's not going to force you to have to do it. It's just a matter of, is it possible to save time? There's the lamp in Peg Cave.
Okay, and we can find out what's at the Smith chain start. And it's just 20 rupees.
Hmm?
So he may still check Catfish. But his current routing maybe not going to lead him that way.
We'll certainly have to see what he does after turning in the lunchbox. We're gonna get a South Grove check here. Just another big 20. But imagine the routing would probably be to do South Grove here, dig spot, then the lunchbox, then Bombo's tablet. You can route those four in pretty smoothly on this route. All right. Bacon gets that shovel out, strikes the earth, and there's Bombos.
And just a full heart for Bacon.
And now we're going to see Bombo's tablet. Alright, so we've quickly found all the medallions. We're still looking for a cane of Samaria and a boot in the boots. And that pretty much is go mode. Bacon, of course, still needs to find the fire rod, though.
Yeah, and that should take him a while. We're gonna have both runners in the same dungeon here, though. Whether or not they can do dark rooms is gonna be the big equalizer or game changer.
Yeah, Bacon has the lamp now, so you won't have to worry about that. See how docuhorror is with those dark rooms.
Is that Bacon may end up doing Ice Palace with the Bombos medallion with his current equipment. That is fully possible, but we'll see. We'll see where he goes.
Now, at least with this dark room here, docuhorror can use the fire rod to light the torch to be able to see. But just a heart container and a small key. Now, the dark maze over by where the big chest is, there are no torches in there, so you're gonna have to do that one completely in the dark. But docuhorror certainly is going to tempt the dark room here.
Yeah, if you know the maze, it's not too bad. It's all the walls, you just kind of clink on them, and once you know how to do it, then it's not too terrible.
No. Still a little salty about it, because this is how I lost my race last week, but it happens. docuhorror gets it done. We didn't see what the second item was, and there wasn't anything in his inventory, so probably just an upgrade, most likely.
Yeah, looks like it. Could also be a few other things. The sword. Most of the swords can't be seen in the dark, but we don't see changing his sword. A few other things, so.
docuhorror is using up his bombs to set up a death warp.
Okay, and we'll see. Yeah, looks like nobody's gonna lose out if they both do dark rooms. There wasn't anything even in the dark room, so it doesn't matter too much. Looks like docuhorror feels comfortable enough to go, though.
Yeah, it certainly looks like what he's doing. Now, unfortunately for docuhorror, in terms of what he has right now, this is pretty much where his, in terms of dungeons, this is where he's going to run out of options. And you really got to hope for him that he heads to Death Mountain and gets that hook shot in this mirror here soon.
Yeah, that hook shot, though, is in just such an unfortunate place.
Speaking of unfortunate places, that red beetle.
Yeah. Alright, Beetle. Red Beetles achieve the same health as Helmosaur. Interestingly enough. Oh, missing the switch there. There, he gets it.
Yep. Alright, now this is where the tricky room is with those 6 turtles. Yep, and he's gonna...
Yeah, sorry, I was about to say with the fire rod does not make it too terrible.
Yep, that was exactly what I was about to say. Gets it done, no problem, and... gonna be heading on to Helmosaur from here. And with the lamp, we'll at least be able to see what that item was. It was the big key. Alright. Docuhorror's got the mask off of Helmosaur.
And now it's just a matter of slashing his face a few times and then he's down.
Alright, let's see what item we got here. Just a compass.
Okay, and it looks like Bacon's gonna be able to just get through there with his lamp. And docuhorror is going, not sure where. He could be going to Swamp. He could be doing the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, he's got the 5-6 crystals. Bombo's tablet maybe also. We'll certainly see where he goes on this next screen. Yeah, this looks like Fat Fairy.
Yeah, it's almost. He could have also. Yeah, that's pretty much all he could have done. Yeah, he definitely can't do... He needs that mirror to basically get anywhere.
Which kind of gets to your point about Spike Cave kind of really being out of the way. Because he's already been up to Death Mountain and checked Spectacle Rock. realistically, if he's going up to Death Mountain, it's only to check Spike Cave.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, there's the Tennis Maria.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, we only need the boots now. I'm not sure where he's headed now. Let's float out. It might be floating Death Mountain from here. That would be very strange. Doesn't have the Titan's bits, so hopefully he's not floating to 6 for that. It's going to 8. So he is oh, and that, you know what? That opens up
Ice
put
Palace.
shotless Ice Palace, yeah. And both runners go to Ice Palace here.
Getting a bit of a high five.
Oh,
Although,
no, he's gonna check so small deviation from the high five.
Yeah, he hasn't done Hobo
again.
yet.
This is the thing with that the Skullwoods. Luckily that Samaria is locked behind Fire Rod. So that's actually good news for Bacon. If he finds those boots, he'll be in a good spot.
Instead of going to Ice, docuhorror is going to go turn Sick Kid, which we know isn't much. And we'll see now if docuhorror flutes back to Lake Hylia for Ice Palace or flutes back to Death Mountain or... Oh, with that cane, he's now going to do Magic Bat.
Yeah, it seems like a good plan. We do know where the powder is, so this can't be boots. So, but this for him it could be a medallion, the hood shot, the mirror.
Unfortunately for him, we know where all those things are.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're pretty much in no mode. We know that this can't be the boots because they're locked. So. Yeah, Doku can't do ice. Ah, he's doing the thin now. He must be. Yeah, he's got his potion. Does he, what? Why is he emptying out his potions?
To go refill them, maybe?
Maybe he doesn't know that. Oh, he doesn't have magic. Okay, yeah, no, he doesn't need a green potion. For the future, you can do that again with just the blue. Just the blue, just with the blue cane. So he's gonna get this green potion. Fortunately, didn't have any full magic up, so had to refill his magic somehow. Doesn't have a dungeon to do. He is though going to get that his hook shot, and that's gonna send him open on the seat, and then it'll be a hunt for the bow. Sorry, for the boots here.
Now, what's interesting is, you know, with the path that docuhorror is on, you know, once he gets Hookshot, then Mirror, then Titan's Mitts, that will open up Mire for him. You know, and Boots certainly could be in Mire. there's that hook shot for docuhorror.
And Donna saving trick. There's no way out. No Way Out, by the way, very good video game. Just a small aside there. Doesn't get enough praise. But on the seed, oh, no boots yet for Ice Palace. Could be into a rock. That would be unfortunate.
This big 20 there. So Bacon will just be making his way to Cold Stare.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if docuhorror decides to do all of Hera here.
Alright. Bacon is into the Cold Stare fight. Gonna drink that blue potion. Safety. Gets 2 puffballs. And there's a third. And Ice Palace proven to be a bust.
That's not unlikely. Meyer seems like it's where you'd want to be for if you're looking for the boots right now. But again, he needs that Fire Rod. He needs that Samaria that's left behind Skull Woods. That Fire Rod's going to open up quite a bit. We'll see where he goes from here. Catfish is just so unlikely. It's getting more and more likely as time goes on, but
I'm also trying to think what hasn't Bacon checked though. I mean, he can't get into Turtle Rock. Even with having all the medallions, he needs Samaria staff just to get in. I have to imagine... I mean, he's running out of options at this point. I have to think this flute here...
Yeah, I think so too. I think this is going to Catfish.
Ooh, docuhorror getting trolled.
Well, he can't do a pyramid fair. He needs to beat Skullwoods, and he needs the fire rod for that.
Yeah, he's doing Pyramid Ledge here. And I would guess Catfish is next after that. And docuhorror's got Trolldorm down. I wonder what docuhorror is doing. That didn't pick up the compass.
Ooh. Oh? He's shooting his items and realizes that okay, he realizes he needs to chip this. And it's a small key. So either
that means the coffee break room has the last item. Or nope, because that's
or hell.
No, he's gotten both items. The map has to be in the coffee break room because he doesn't have the map. The compass was at Trolldorm.
Oh, okay.
Small key, so.
Wait, how do we know that compass is at Trolldorm? Or Moldarm? Sorry.
Because
he walked back up. Right. Okay, you're right. I see it now. Yeah, he can shoot an arrow at this or fire rod this. Yeah. Can't do it with some of the other items though.
Alright, meanwhile, Bacon has his fire rod and gonna be heading to Skullwoods here. And docuhorror is gonna get the mirror here. Alright, so with that mirror, docuhorror is gonna... Well, looked like he was heading for Swamp. Yeah, he's remembering he's gotta go through the dark world.
Yeah. Now, unfortunate... Well, this is the right place, so he's on the right track now. Bacon is also on the right track. He will eventually get his Samari if he goes to Pyramid Ferry. And I think then Meyer is the next true play. I think that Meyer should have the boots. Could be in either Meyer or Chilrock. Meyer's the better option, obvious. Is the hope. If it's in Chilrock, then both players are going to be equally kind of behind in that sense. That'll be the equalizer. It'll turn it into a bit of a closer race.
Yeah. Bacon's got about a 1 dungeon lead on docuhorror, which, I mean, we've certainly seen races change in a hurry, because it also depends on routing, execution, and whatnot. But Bacon's got a little bit of a lead right now in terms of getting the necessary dungeons completed.
Okay, and so yeah, docuhorror unfortunately will do the full Thin Swamp. That is a very long dungeon to be behind in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, while we're retracing our steps, you know, if you're certainly enjoying what you're seeing from both of these runners, which I certainly am, you definitely want to give both of them a follow on Twitch. They're, you know, putting on quite a show for us tonight, and certainly deserve your follows.
And we're gonna be seeing Mothula right. Oh, Bacon! Wow, Bacon got like black holed into that hand.
Yes. Now, that's not going to be a huge time loss, but it's still a time loss nonetheless. And half magic certainly making getting rid of those Gibdos easy.
Yep.
docuhorror is going to do left side as well, so won't be able to save time gambling there. And a very quick Mothula fight from Bacon.
Okay, and yeah, Bacon. Hopefully, his best bet is to go. Like, it'll really depend on what happens when he gets that Samaria at the Pyramid Ferry, because that's really all that's open.
Now, one thing we haven't seen from either of the runners that Bacon could do right now is Graveyard Ledge.
True. It's interesting that we haven't seen that at all. If that had the boots, that would be pretty huge. Although Mason making a little bit of a side trap, checking a bunch of locations.
Yeah, but I would imagine if Bacon wasn't going to do that, it would have been more advantageous to just save and quit. The fact that he's taking the time to walk out, yeah, he's heading for Bumper Cave, and then I imagine Graveyard Ledge will be next. So we have just $100 in the Bumper Cave. All right, let's see what's hiding here. Just another big 20.
Yeah, and that does. I really think it's going to be some Mario locked boots. See, it's pretty linear actually. It's being just like a slow and linear seed here.
Although it did have a little bit of a diverging path where you have one route taking you up to Death Mountain to get the hook shot from Spike Cave to the mirror to the Titan's Mitts, and then you had a separate route that was Catfish to Fire Rod to Skull Woods. Then once you route him, then you beat Pod, lead to Fat Fairy to King of Samaria.
True. It's still gonna feel pretty linear for, I think, for the runners, and he's dirty as bit bomb here.
So he'll be getting that King of Samaria here shortly.
And Samaria, yeah, this is gonna be a huge where he goes with this Samaria. Could almost literally be anywhere. docuhorror, try to get extra shots in with the fire rod. If you should do it fast enough, if you do it against the wall, you can actually hit them quite a bit.
Yep, but gets those Titan's Mitts. And Bacon is going to make his way into Mire.
Okay, so what is Mire going to have for us? If it's the boots, this is a very clean go mode.
Well, there are only 2 items here. So, once we find the 2 in the big key, we go straight to Vitreous.
Now that being said, there are quite a lot of small keys in here. There's about, I think it's 8 or 9 chests, maybe even 10. This dungeon, I'm forgetting my chest counts already from Key Sanity.
It's 8. Now, if we were in go mode, we'd have the God Mire right now with the big key there, but we still need to find those 2 items. Bacon gonna check the rest of the chests here on the right side now that the blue switch is down. First item is 10 arrows in Mire.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, both fetch quests have been looked at. Alright, so item could be at the Vanilla Big Key.
Item basically could be anywhere in the remaining 4 chests in Mire.
Yep. There are a few oddities to this dungeon that make it a little bit more complicated than that in some seeds. But not this one in particular.
docuhorror getting a few rage slashes and finally finding the lamp.
And there's a piece of heart, so that's the last item. So,
yep.
Turtle Rock it is.
Certainly would be the case. Which, as much as you like to save Turtle Rock, I mean, Turtle Rock's pendants, you're not going to save it for last, obviously, but, you know, at this point, with just needing the boots for Desert, once you find them, you float right to Desert, you get the Lamellus done, and then you go right for Ganon's Tower.
Mm-hmm.
And chat bringing up a good point. With having checked virtually everything, well, see, here's the thing. They're saying there's a good chance that Ice Rock could be in Turtle Rock. It's also possible that the boots could be in Turtle Rock, and then the Ice Rod itself is in the Flanktuary items. But,
yep.
You know, again, we won't need that Ice Rod because we just need the boots.
Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much equal possibility of almost anything. Just kind of how Randomizer works. But in this case, like, just logically at this point, who knows what we're going to find. Ice Rod being in TR would be pretty unlikely. But, yeah, boots have to be, like, Ice Rod has the extra locations of being in GT or being boot locked itself. So, it's more likely that we find the boots. It's just going to be an unfortunate double, an unfortunate route in that our runners have to do here.
Bacon using Cape Strats on Vitreous. And looks like docuhorror is going to be right behind Bacon into Mire. Oh wait, Bacon still needs to get Quake up on Dark Death Mountain. I forgot about that. Itaka apparently loves that I have the name Flanktuary, wanting to give. If you're gonna give me credit for that, I stole it from Dr. Bobtastic. So,
And they're called the Bodfrogs. Being like that forever. And Dr. Hero's gonna grab his cape here.
Yeah, for some reason, Bacon's coming back to Desert.
But for then, he doesn't have the boots. Very excited. Remember that, yeah, he needs to find the boots. So he's gonna have to go up to Turtle Rock now.
docuhorror heading up to Death Mountain as well. And he needs to go to Dark Death Mountain. He'll need the boots as well, and he knows that Desert is boots locked as well. And you could save well, He's not going to really save that much time. He's going to save a little bit if he immediately goes to Turtle Rock after getting both medallions in Hookshot Cave. But it's not going to be a huge time save because he still has to do Mire and Ice and Desert.
Yeah, he's still pretty far behind, even if he finds those boots earlier.
Now he would be able to go mode Ice and Mire at that point.
It won't save him enough time, honestly, since he's already behind by the travel up. Although Bacon is going to Hera first, so...
And actually, I just remembered, Bombos is what's at the dig spot. Even if docuhorror gets, even if docuhorror goes to Hookshot Cave, he still has to go to the shovel spot to get that Bombos medallion.
Oh, very interesting.
Alright, so it was just money was the second item in Hera, so Bacon immediately nopes out.
And there's the Ether Medallion. And the shovel. I just realized that all three medallions were in this cave today. Huh.
Pretty much.
That's pretty funny.
And it looks like docuhorror now having the Quake medallion is going to go to Mire instead. I got a small key to start.
Yeah, docuhorror going to, it's like, and he's got so much that he can still do. Like that shovel now is going to be what sets him behind, and there's no way he goes up to Turtle Rock. He's basically going to go through the same paces that Bacon did. But I think that the items that Bacon got much better than the items that docuhorror got. At least for speed wise, and for clearing out this seed in a bit more of an efficient manner.
There's the ice rod. So if we have to go all the way to Trinex, we've at least found that. Chad is still hoping for vanilla boots, where Sahasrara has them.
It's pretty unlikely. Pretty unlikely now. So that is go mode for us. We are off gonna go to desert right now and finish out. Come back up here a little bit later from now. Interesting. Then you don't have to move out of the mouth of the boss or of the door there. If you wish to mirror into Light World, you'll just spawn on the staircase.
Alright, so now there's a quick warp over to the desert area. Get that big key, get Lamulus, and then get on your way to Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, this is going to take docuhorror quite a bit to get through.
Yeah, the lead that Bacon has is pretty significant at this point. I mean, you don't want to say it's over till it's over, but it's certainly going to take a lot of execution problems on Bacon's Bacon's part to relinquish his lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty far gone at this point. It's unfortunate to say that, but docuhorror is gonna probably do ice after this, then maybe do shuffle. But I don't even think that he's checked the Smith line or anything like that. So he's got quite a lot of places to check before he goes to Chain Chomper him.
No, he did do Jeremiah and
okay.
Lunchbox.
Another interesting thing is where again is going to tell us the silvers are. Hopefully these runners know silverless.
Yeah, they've at least got tempered, so would be all right.
And that is the boss down. This is time for everyone's game. The BidKey guessing game. Guess number between 1 and 22 in Twitch chat if you're a supporter of the channels. AKA you've donated 250 bits to any of the channels in combination, or you have or you're a subscriber. There you go. Some people are mentioning a joke about Silver and Randomizer. If you don't know, there's a currently in testing, soon to be released, a Super Metroid cross ALTTP randomizer that combines the Super Metroid tournament logic randomizer, which, by the way, does require some glitch knowledge of that game and some pretty difficult tricks. So practice your Super Metroid, and then the tournament logic for Link to the Past.
So wait, you have to play both games?
Yep. The certain entrances in each game will lead to, it's like certain useless entrances in each game lead you into the other game. Every game starts in Super Metroid, and yeah, it's a very neat randomizer. It should have a website coming up soon. Trust me, a lot of people are enjoying that thing. You can see it played on a few channels. It's pretty sweet.
Okay, that's a little bit too much for me, I gotta say.
Oh, it's just for anybody who's interested. It is not for the faint of heart. It is difficult, especially on the other side of the equation. The Super Metroid side does require quite a bit of practice. If you want to play that now, you've either wait for the website if you want to wait for a stable release, or you can go into the Super Metroid speedrun in Discord, and Total has posted a bunch of seeds for everybody. So definitely a cool little mix-up. Definitely something that people have joked about, and somebody made it real.
Well, that's what most people do. But at this point, guesses are closed. Bacon's going right side, and it's time to figure out where that big key is. Number 1, 5-arrow upgrade. Number 2, small key. Bacon could go right side, but with that small key, but still instead elects to go left. Number 3, butter sword. Aren't you glad he got? This was a boots required scene now. Number 4, small key. Number 5. There it is.
Wow, that was very quick. Still does at least just for sellers. Makes sense. He is mirroring, so he's not super unconfident. He's not going to continue check-in.
All right, Sabertail, you were the first sub or supporter to guess number 4. So congratulations, you are on the leaderboard now.
Yeah, and moving up the gauntlet here. Gonna want to hold your sword out. There you go, and then you can kill them nice and easy.
From here, it's all a matter of execution. There's no more randomizer. Well, maybe a silver arrow is randomly placed in the chest, but from here, it's just you and execution to the end of the game. Meanwhile, docuhorror has Meyer done, and now gonna head over to the dig spot to get that Bombos medallion. Bacon gonna bottle up one of those fairies and then use the other one to heal himself. So that'll be good safety to have. As Bacon enters the gauntlet at 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to use some arrow shots. Realize I'm just gonna slash this guy because he's too slippery.
Interesting that Garfield's bunny sprite is Odie.
Ooh. Yeah, and like I said earlier, he's just got so much that you can do here. And doing the torch room here. Deceivingly annoying. He's gonna hope to get some health. Can't fake powder. Never got his powder.
Well, he does have that bottle fairy if he does end up taking a death.
More of that cheese is going to check these chests. Makes sense. Hey, there's our mirror shield. That's one upgrade.
Won't help with Gin, unfortunately. So last chance for silvers for Bacon is going to be in Troldorm's last possession. But just a piece of heart, but that gets him a full health refill. All right, Bacon's in Naga too.
Very nice added a 2-start. Yeah, that might have just been a double. Those first 2 hits were very close. Let's see, 2 or 3 in 1. Another 1 at least. Oh, doesn't get the double there. Oh, you did get a triple there. Huh.
Yep. Down goes Zaga. Nice little bit of swag there. Getting the sword spin mid-spin right when he gets frozen. Now, Buttersword Silverless, getting through the first 3 phases will be really easy. Phase 4, you will still have to do 12 sword spins.
Yep, doesn't change with Golden. Ganon is not one of the enemies that takes extra damage from class 5. And for top runners, this fight actually doesn't even change with Gold Sword at all. It doesn't change even a little bit. Want to make sure that you get the Torch glitch. Absolutely. Oh, it is Internal Rock. Oh my gosh, he's got it!
He got it. He got it. Just
okay. I wasn't sure about that one. He seems to be handling the fight pretty well.
Yeah. Usually you can get at most 2 sword spins per lighting of the torch. First few times he was able to do it. This time he missed one.
So there's no real way that we were going to get silvers in this seed.
And down he goes. And with that, Bacon finishes with an official SRTV time of 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 50 seconds. Spam those GGs in chat. I think we are going to be able to get Bacon for an interview, but he's going to take a sec before he joins us. Alright, and docuhorror has hold steer down. Just needs to go to Turtle Rock to get the boots, and then will be on his way to finish this game. And we are joined by Bacon in chat. GG.
Hey, thank you. GG's. Ooh, that was a seed.
Yeah. Linear little seed you guys had.
I'm sorry?
Linear little seed you guys had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wasn't too bad though. I mean, the one little bit of, I want to say hang up, but getting that fire rod certainly catfish was one of the things that kind of held you from the other divergent path that the seed kind of had.
Yeah. That was definitely close to a 100%er as I ever want to get.
I mean, Ice Boss you didn't need to do it all, in theory. Meyer, he also could have been godded. It's just the Turtle Rock, which you're both hesitant to enter once you got that Smaria for obvious reasons, but technically it didn't need to be hundoed if you decide to gamble.
Fair. But I had a feeling Turtle Rock might have something, but I was honestly at the point I was gonna go into Turtle Rock. I was willing to just, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be a ped seed, isn't it?
Yeah, we knew for a long time that it wasn't though. Because you got the book pretty early, and docuhorror checked it, and so we knew it was just an arrow upgrade for almost the entire seed.
Alright. Well, glad I didn't need that.
Yeah, but really what did it was you being you making the play on Spike very early, recognizing you had the items for it, and pulling it off.
That was, my butt was a little clenched there, because right as I cleared the spikes, I ran out of magic.
Yep, that's how that works. You'll always make it with full magic if you move properly through the cave. Every single time you will make it through with just Burna. Doesn't need any magic extended. having like a spare heart or two is nice, just in case you take a weird turn or whatnot.
Just a sec. I'm gonna jump over into the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Now I hate to say this, a lot of this. So your opponent was on like 50% speed for like 6 minutes of the first 6 minutes of the run. Even now, it seems like his stream is like his game is stuttering. His clock is not. Like his W split. Actually, I just noticed the timers are the same.
Wow, that was a good job on whoever's running the restream.
No, I think that they got the same one. I can't tell though.
That could be possible too.
No, they're not. I just paused the stream and they're off by a little bit. So.
Okay.
Interesting that you're both using W split. That's not the normal one to use nowadays.
I set this up several months ago, back in December.
Yeah,
it's what was on the website. So
yeah, it's a split between live. Well, no, it's usually most people use live split nowadays. But yeah, but yeah, his stream doesn't seem to be able to handle the Zeldas at full while streaming.
Good to see he just picked up his boots. He's gonna be happy to see those.
Yep.
And he's got Meyer already done. Because he actually got the fire rod. He got the fire rod for a long time, so he's had some Aria for a while as well. He just never went up to Dark Death because he couldn't get the Titan's Mitts. Didn't go up to Dark Death Mountain to get the medallions to go into Meyer.
Right. Okay. Yeah, the little Spike Cave play did save my bacon a bit, didn't it?
Certainly. So being 2 and 3, how are you feeling in terms of where you are in the tournament right now?
I am happy to get my first real win. The first win was through forfeit, so doesn't really count to me. But if somehow I make it to 4 and 3, I still don't think I'm gonna make that cut. So I'm just playing loose and just trying to have as much fun as I can before this is over for me.
Certainly.
Yeah, without getting too much into it, the chances of a person getting through with 3 losses, low unless it is what's it called? Unless you were 5 and 0 going into the round. So yeah, I'm in the same boat, 1 and 3. Just gotta play to hope that my opponents are all still playing when I get them.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat at 1 and 3 as well.
Oh, look at us, the 1 and 3 club.
Well, this is why I commentate more than I am a runner.
I'm all about that tracker life. I'm gonna go ahead, unless you guys have any more questions for me.
Nope.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Thank you guys for everything you do. Thank you to the trackers and the community. And you guys have a great night.
Yeah, you too. And with that, docuhorror is going to get his final item.
Yep, he'll be on his way to get his tower from here. are mentioning trackers while we have a moment. We'll give let's give one more shout out to our tracker Hitaka tonight. Almost had to track everything on possible in the tracker, but good job to Hitaka for keeping track of both these runners and making sure we knew where all the what all items these runners had.
Hitaka's around quite a bit doing tracking and in chat. And neither runner ended up grabbing their powder that they could have in theory gotten. Interesting.
Well, especially with boots being the go mode item, that would be the that would probably have been the reason, because at that point you're just trying to finish the race.
Okay, docuhorror intern GT at 218.
See which way he elects to go, whether he goes right or left. He's gonna go right first, which is kind of the standard play.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually grab. I don't think you can actually go right, and then he's just got the option to go left. Oh no, there was a key here. Mine could go right side. He is not, so he's going to get this key very quickly.
Yep, once he gets that, he'll be on his way up to the gauntlet.
And he opened these in a slightly different order. Didn't really matter too much.
Either way, gets it done. But let's to keep going.
Oh, he's looking for those silvers. He will not find them in this dungeon.
Nope. His silver arrows are in another castle. But after checking that one chest, he's had enough and gonna head up to the gauntlet.
The Bob, some people are talking about Bob. Bob is literally just the devs, is a side effect of the added colors needed to make that torch on that torch item exist that is not a small key. It is just Bob. Bob is just basically a defect that happens because of the color limitations on the SNES cart.
Yeah, for those that may not know, Bob is the anti-fairy in the chest right before you fall down to the Armos Knights. And docuhorror is now into the gauntlet.
Gauntlet shouldn't take him too long with his equipment.
Nope. So in the end, Seed wasn't really that trolly. You know,
Docuhorror intentionally doing that to cause the mold arms to all spawn at the same time to be able to get as many spins in as possible.
Yep. Gets it done really quickly. But yeah, you know, this wasn't really that much of a trolley seed. It was, to your point, it was kind of a linear, kind of just prod along seed.
Yep. You can even see that the collection rate wasn't even too bad.
Alright, so while docuhorror finishes up on the gauntlet, we let's take a moment and we have a at least for those of us that are in the US, we have a late night race tonight. Sinhi and Epic Yoshi 64 are going to be on Speed Gaming at 4 a.m. At bright and early at 10 a.m., we're going to have a race on Speed Gaming 2 between Final Flame and Dark Dylan. Noon, Space Cowboy 2011 and Chelsea X Lynn will be on Speed Gaming 1. And from there, we're going to have more Randomizer throughout the day, as we're still in week 5 of the Swiss stage and still have 256 matches a week to get through. So be sure to stay tuned to all of the Speed Gaming and ALTTP Randomizer channels. docuhorror makes his way into Troll Worm 2, gets that done quickly.
docuhorror is now in the boss.
And down goes Aga 2. docuhorror will be heading over to Ganon.
Should be able to get through it pretty securely unless he really doesn't know Silverless. Oh, might be going for the fairy down here.
Yep, just getting a health refill.
Just being doubly sure he knows how to do it.
Already into phase 2, should be into phase 3 here shortly.
And gonna get to phase 4 with quite a bit of health. Should be fine as long as he gets Torch Glitch. Even without Torch Glitch, still relatively.
Yeah, he's got a blue potion. Should be okay.
And did focus on getting that Torch Glitch. Oh no, he didn't. Never mind.
Nope.
Without Torch Glitch, this fight is gonna take a while. I got to check a blue potion. Gets a hit in.
Who freezes him instead of getting the slash.
Unfortunately, without Pretz in this fight with Silverless, can take a very long time. Especially like that Torch Glitch is very important, and you really need to sync up these lanterns. Decent lanterns do not help.
certainly gonna help to at least do the fire, use the fire rod there to get him back in sync. At least he has another blue potion.
Yeah, freezes again.
Gonna have to be careful with only 2 hearts. Oh!
Oh no. He's out of money too. And yeah, that is. Well, he is continuing. Might just go and get those fairies. He doesn't have money for potions.
So there he gets the fairy. And with a 20 drop there, looks like what he's trying to do is farm the money to get to another blue potion, which he would get there.
Okay.
Oh, he still had one.
And another green. It looks like he's okay with this.
He's still farming money at this point. I imagine he's probably gonna just farm the cash to get to the 360. Wait, let me do math. Well, he's got the money for the 2 potions right now to at least get 3 blue and a green.
And could mirror and flute, but it's just gonna it's gonna continue farming. Oh, now he's using quits.
Yep, getting those potions bought here.
Okay. I don't think that what he's doing is what he thinks he can do. I think he's making a copy so that he can... Huh? You definitely can't load into a different file. And I don't think you can copy and do another file. To duplicate, essentially, your potions. Oh, I see. Yeah, he has to go back to Ganon.
I was heading back for Ganon now. Alright, he's got Ganon into phase 3 again.
And yeah. Oh.
Gets the torch.
Gets the torch. Okay. That'll make this a lot easier. As long as he can get the... Yeah, there it goes. Oh, falls from the bounce back. As long as you hold the other direction while you're doing that, you shouldn't fall.
Alright, gonna get that fairy refill. And we're gonna go for round 3.
Hopefully kind of damaged because you get back out. I'm dead.
A little dicey there, but gets that Cane of Perna helps there.
King Burna has instant activation. Cape does require about a second after menu into it before it's usable.
Oh,
Chase to Death should have popped his blue potion.
and being low on health there certainly would have helped.
So he's going to go get that fairy once again. Oh, unfortunately it despawned. And you'd have to leave and reset the screen. Get that fairy back.
Gonna try seeing what the fat fairy gives him.
No, I think he was just resetting the... Oh no, he is gonna... It's a red potion.
Now the randomizer will, if you throw in a bottle, you will always get the same thing back from the fairy. So this will always be red potions.
Yep. Ooh, takes a Ganon hug and a bunch of damage from fire.
You gotta bust out the King of Burna to make sure that he gets through phase 3. He's got blue potions, so if he uses up his magic, he'll still be able to, get it back with the potion.
Ganon teleported quite a bit here. Okay. There we go. Now, this is where you'd use your blue potion.
Gets it done.
Now be careful not to bounce off. He's out of potions. Oh no, almost. It's not two blues. Never mind. Yeah, some people make this fight look free, but it's really not. Like you can't use that to hurt Ganon in this phase. Well, you can. It's just almost impossible.
Yeah.
The slash window is extremely tiny. Yeah, like you're very rarely gonna hit them. That's why they spin.
Yeah. Got another death.
Yeah, his emulator is slowed as well, which is probably not helping.
Yep. And actually,
And that is the forfeit.
Yep.
Out
That's
of
gonna be it.
money.
Yeah. Props to docuhorror for staying in this as long as he did.
I don't think he joined this race commentary channel either. We'll see if he does. He should have the link.
Okay, looks like he will join us, but he says he needs a minute, which is totally understandable after an almost 3-hour race.
We won't have much time to interview because we do want to get this off a little early. I'm sure that whoever's watching the streams maybe wanted to take a break before they have to set up another stream in an hour for 4 a.m.
And also, some of our commentators are way past their bedtimes and need to go to bed.
I need to take a small nap before my commentary at 4 a.m.